Whoa!
Joe here with the Craving.Outdoors YouTube channel. We broke the bear spray and capped off a miserable night that had me rethinking this overlanding adventure. And we're so glad it did. It opened my eyes to experience the outdoors beyond the Forerunner. Thus, we got to experience some really amazing things. Things that changed my attitudes about the outdoors forever. And now you get to see how it all happened.
So, we are headed to Montana.
We set off with our fully loaded Forerunner and headed out and hit the road.
We've left our home in Novato.
My wife loves national parks, but for me, those places are places to be avoided at all costs. I've always been very rigid about what I find is acceptable and quote-unquote real overlanding, but it all changed after that bear spray incident. What could possibly change my rigid and stubborn attitudes?
Let's have some fun.
Well, this is like the biggest potato masher in the world right here, guys.
We spent a lot of time videoing and capturing this trip with a totally different intention for the filming. The story didn't unfold as we expected, but instead it threw us several curveballs. But I think we hit it out of the park.
Yep, I liked it. I would lick that plate if I could. It was really
says
good.
you can?
Exactly, I should. All right, shall we get going?
Thanks, and let's get on with this adventure. But first, we actually did have some conflicts to resolve.
Tomorrow we're going to spend, in Teton, and we had all these plans of going to all these different places, but there's so much time in the car because I prefer being outside than sitting in a car all day, and then I want to go and see it, not just through a car window.
To be honest with you, I'm just hearing a bunch of negativity right now.
I don't want to just drive.
We argued about overlanding versus getting outside the car, doing, for example, real hiking, and to her, to be fair, that doesn't include what I call hiking. And the cherry on top, it was getting late and all hotels were sold out. Hopefully we could find somewhere to stay, and hopefully we could figure this out.
And we need some booze.
Yes.
It was a new day and we found this beautiful campsite and got a good night's sleep. No resolution yet, conflict trying to hold on. But it's hard to have conflict in this. So instead, we made cinnamon rolls.
That just goes on like that.
Our conflict about what we wanted to be doing on this trip would have to wait as we enjoyed this morning.
And I'm having a hard time leaving. It's 9 o'clock and we're still sitting here and haven't packed up or anything to start our day because it's just so relaxing.
This is probably one of the most beautiful, organized campgrounds we've ever been to. Ron, who is the camp host, really takes pride in what he does here. So Ron, thank you very much. This is Ron.
Solveig. Come back and see us.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Bye now.
And we're off.
We got a temporary reprieve, but now that we're back on the road, we had to figure out what to do.
It's nice to open the windows. The air is so nice right now.
The original plan was to do a quick drive through Teton and Yellowstone National Parks and spend most of our time in Montana. But Solveig really wanted to explore the Grand Tetons.
Grand Teton National Park. Woo! Here we come.
Fine, I would give her today, but tomorrow we would head to Montana to get this adventure started.
All right. Dead bug.
We made it into the park. Our first stop, the bathroom.
Hey, what's going on? We are stopping at Jenny Lake Lodge right now because we have to go to the bathroom and we can only park here if we eat at the restaurant. So it's 12:30. We're gonna go and get some lunch.
Seeing Solveig here so happy just warms my heart. She so deserves this. But I need to stay strong and not give in. I wasn't going to change my mind.
I would love to hike up there.
That was a very yummy lunch. Thank God for your bladder.
But my stubborn was starting to break down. After seeing that smile, how could it not?
So we just saw a sign as we were driving up this road called Signal Mountain Summit. And so we're gonna go check that out.
Seeing that smile on her face, spending amazing time together. I mean, what else is there?
How long is the road?
So it's this much.
Okay.
The national parks are the national parks for a reason, right?
We are at an overlook at Grand Teton National Park, Signal Mountain Overlook, and it is pretty fantastic, the views here.
It's pretty awesome.
Teton was so stunning and we were having such a great time. Maybe she might have had her national park filled today, especially after this and Yellowstone later today. Then tomorrow, we can head on into Montana.
We are now make our way up to Yellowstone.
But somehow the day completely got away from us.
3 o'clock already.
I know.
We need to go get camp soon. We got to Yellowstone, but there's not going to be anywhere to camp, and it's about 3:30 now, and so we're thinking that we want to try to get settled in. And up ahead, there's a place called Grassy Lake, and it looks like there's some trails off of that going along the Snake River in a bunch of camping areas.
We never made it to Yellowstone, and it's here that this trip threw us a major curveball.
Right, we are in the Targhee National Forest.
We made it! So we made it to the Targhee National Forest. It's about 4 o'clock. There's a lake down here. We're getting eaten by mosquitoes. Oh my God, honey, check it out. Look.
Looks nice.
It looked beautiful, but what you can't see here are the mosquitoes.
Hey, we found a great campsite. Yeah, so we're just gonna set up camp and enjoy the night. Mosquitoes are everywhere.
Yeah?
I open this up and open the floor caddy and out comes a mosquito.
But we tried to ignore them, stay positive, and enjoy some relaxation.
Oh my.
That was a lot of lightning and thunder we just heard up there. So is there more adventures coming? We're gonna go and just do a little hike.
Solveig would never call this a hike, but we're on a stroll. Happy wife, happy life.
It's a Solveig.
Soleil?
Yeah.
Is that your flower?
I'm Solveig.
Uh-huh.
That flower is Solveig.
Close enough. You're like,
Yeah. Or so there's like mace on steroids, huh?
yeah, it's like pepper spray on steroids.
We did this walk to help with the mosquitoes. It made them worse.
Whoa! Whoa! Get away from it, honey.
I am. Almost for the bear spray.
Whoa. Solveig dropped the bear spray, and now it's spraying.
Honey, we need to get away from this.
I know. Yeah, honey.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, honey. What a lame bear spray bottle. That was nasty, man.
I know.
It was a perfect storm, but we tried to stay
It's been
positive.
pretty bad.
And I don't have a hat to make this,
Why do you need a hat?
to make it wider. Otherwise, they're just gonna eat me through the.
Mosquitoes, bear spray, Solveig was getting desperate, but always with a smile.
This is my bucket hat, but it doesn't really work. Oh man, I'm so host.
Her eyes right now. She's like dying. She bear sprayed herself.
Give me a glass of wine. This was traumatizing.
After a terrible night, our patience had run out.
God. Ow. Damn it. Let's wrap this up and go. I'm freaking out again about the mosquitoes.
Solveig's right now dying of itching from all the mosquito bites.
So bad. I'm like one big welt everywhere. Yeah, the mosquitoes here are something fierce.
Hopefully this wouldn't ruin our trip.
We are getting out of that camp spot. We got out of there pretty quick. We just couldn't handle the mosquito swarm anymore. My goodness.
We tried to keep a really positive attitude and see the bright side in things. But the night before took its toll. I was feeling like putting quote-unquote overlanding on hold.
Today, I think we want to take it a little easy. Yesterday was rough with the mosquitoes, bear spraying ourselves.
But we were in Yellowstone now, and wow, it was immediately breathtaking.
But first, we're gonna go find a place to have breakfast in Yellowstone. And then I think we're gonna hotel it tonight.
Now my mission is to not itch.
Despite how we felt, Yellowstone just healed it. After a brief stop at Moose Falls, we got back into the car and felt so much better.
I'll be slapping my face now.
Yes.
Like, I'm sorry, Joe. So we've come here to the visitor center, and we're just gonna try and get some information. And they always talk about that there's like wild animals here. And what do you know? At Yellowstone National Park at the visitor center, there's a wild animal. It's amazing. Beautiful animal. So we just walked into this place, just to come in and get some information, visitor center, and it ended up being a hotel registration desk, and they have access to the entire Yellowstone hotel system. And so she found us a room in one of the hotels here in Yellowstone, and so we're really excited. So this is Leah. Hey Leah, how you doing?
I'm good.
Thank you so much. So she got us a hotel room in the canyon area. It's a cabin with a private bathroom. She gave us day hike maps to every day hike in every area here in Yellowstone. We've got our hotel room booked, and we are gonna enjoy Yellowstone Park. All right, let's go eat some food now.
Yeah, I'm so hungry.
Witnessing Yellowstone firsthand, not on YouTube or in books, but in real life, was awe-inspiring. And so far, mostly from the car. Yellowstone was winning me over. Here, at breakfast, I realized I was totally open for Yellowstone now. If it wasn't for the night before, I would have never opened my eyes. But I'm so glad I did.
So today we're eating lunch right here now. So then we're gonna kind of go up and check out the mud volcano, Sulphur Calvern, and then we're gonna kind of check into our hotel.
From this moment on, my attitude was free, and I was free to enjoy the park in all its glory. And someone at breakfast told us to be ready for awe and to see some wildlife.
Oh my God!
And maybe some bears. And our first stop was the start to an amazing day.
Over, I think, parking because we want to see the mud volcano. Oh, rock star!
Parking. Look at this
All
parking
right.
Our first stop in Yellowstone was Mud Volcano. It's a really cool area where the water you see is boiling and just as acidic as stomach acid.
It smells like home.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say it smells like Iceland.
And it smells like eggs because the sulfur concentration is so high.
Very unpleasant smell. Much more smell. The Icelandic one's really rough with eggs. This is rough with egg and something else.
And this hike, stroll, navigates around some of the unique ways the water escapes the earth. We were excited to see this weird phenomenon, but first, we had to get around this bison. But of course, he wasn't moving for anyone, so we decided to go in the other direction.
So the bison is about right here, and we were going up this way, but it's right there right now. And so what we're gonna do is come back down here and go back around this way. And hopefully by the time we're we're here, the bison will be gone.
The Dragon's Mouth Spring. It's mysterious. You can almost hear the growls.
Wow, what is that?
This is the actual mud volcano. One day it blew half of itself out, so now it looks like this. Black Dragon's Cauldron, where boiling water comes out of hoof prints and causes an entire lake to boil. So we were coming up on the end of the hike, stroll, and the lady told us that the bison was still there, but he was chilling out and it was safe to go.
Okay, so what's next on the map?
The sulfur cauldron.
So when we came up to Sulfur Cauldron, to be honest, we weren't that impressed.
We don't have to do it if you don't want to.
No, let's do it.
I'm like, we've seen a lot of bubblies.
We almost left,
Let's go.
but we were so glad we didn't.
I'm going to go check out the next thing.
Down there in the cauldron, we witnessed something special.
Buffalo babies.
It's interesting because the water is so acidic that it's toxic. People have fallen into the water and never been found because the water dissolves almost everything. What were the bison doing down there? Suddenly it seemed like the leader realizes that maybe they're in a dangerous place, and he seems to make a beeline to exit. And the rest of the herd seems to follow. Is he leading his herd to safety? He came up to cross the road.
Right now we got buffalo or bison right in front of us here, and they're crossing the road, and we don't know what to do. And we don't want to mess with them either.
He hesitates for some reason. I'm so curious, what was he thinking? What was he pondering?
They're following their leader right now, so I'm behind them. And they're coming up right now.
They were following their leader, and since he stopped, the whole herd stopped.
I am, honey, just relax.
I can't. They're very close.
Solveig was scared, and the reason why is because just a few months before we got here, a lady was mauled and killed by a bison.
Joe, can you come back?
It's like when a buffalo is staring you in the face, it's time to back up.
Eventually, the entire herd crosses. This experience was so exhilarating and terrifying all at the same time. It was also a really special experience. You know, it's not every day that you come face to face with such a special, magnificent creature. What a start to our Yellowstone experience. Could it get any better than this? I wasn't sure at the time, but believe it or not, it did. It was getting late, and so we decided to go to the Old Faithful area for dinner.
And now we're going to Old Faithful and then dinner.
It was about an hour away. What would we find along the way?
We decided to take a little detour along the road and go to Virginia Cascades Road. We are committed. This is a one-way road for the next 2.5 miles. There's no turning back now. Oh my God, look over there.
Ah.
Virginia Cascades. It's 60 feet high. It's a cascading waterfall, and it's formed by a very small Gibbon River.
So it's like a waterfall. Instead of being straight down, it's like on a slope.
Yeah.
It's really pretty.
Wow, it's very serene.
That was fun. I wondered what surprises are going to come next.
All right, what's next?
So we're going to go to Norris Geyser Basin.
We made our way to Norris Geysers. We don't know what it is, but we're gonna go check it out.
All right.
So what is it, honey?
It's a geyser.
We were going on a hike.
This is a hike.
What?
It's like a little hike.
It's a walk. It's a stroll.
Sorry, a stroll. It wasn't a hike until she said it was a hike.
Yeah. We should get matching Yellowstone shirts. His and hers.
Check it out.
Emerald Spring. The secret is sulfur.
Why? Because the sulfur that lines the pool combines with the blue color of the water to make it this gorgeous green.
This one branches off to the left. Geyser.
Steamboat Geyser. Now this geyser is the most unpredictable, but it's also the world's tallest active geyser. It's unpredictable because, well, no one knows when it's gonna blow, but it can erupt over 300 feet, and the last time was about a month before we got there. The area around the geyser is barren. Check out the trees. The reason is because the water is so toxic that whenever it erupts, it wipes everything out. Ooh, it looks like it might be trying to erupt.
Come on, Steamboat Geyser, you can do it.
Maybe we need to get out of here before that thing blows. Veteran Geyser. Now this one is super cool. Probably one of my favorites. Not for the way it looks or blows, but for the way it breathes. Veteran Geyser is like a veteran. Understated, but has something special inside. But don't look for that something special.
This is coming up from the depths.
Listen for it.
Breathing. Hear it? Breathe.
It does sound like
Listen down there.
it's like in and out.
Now this geyser looked like it was trying to give us a show, but
Somebody clogged the geyser. You know, early visitors, they clogged it with rocks.
Oh.
And so it used to erupt every minute and up to like 70 feet.
That was the loop.
Plus 16 is 30.
the views around dusk are something special.
Well, we made it to Old Faithful Geyser.
The day was winding down. And the one thing I noticed about the Old Faithful area is how gorgeous the sky looked. As the dusk started to settle in, the beams of light going through the clouds made for such a dramatic scene. It seemed to be a little bit more special this time, especially since I was hanging out and having this amazing day with the person who was most special to me. We had dinner in the cafeteria at Old Faithful.
Let's go eat.
And then we got in the car and headed back to these skies. It was an amazing day. You know, you actually can have fun in national parks. I didn't think anything could make this day better until we saw this.
I hope this comes out.
This is the most spectacular rainbow I have ever seen in my life. It was almost as if like God was telling us, hey, you know what? Everything's gonna be all right. I mean, I don't know. What else explains probably one of the most spectacular sunsets ever? Easily one of the best days ever.
We've arrived at our cabins, and it is right there, number 36. Solveig and I have never, ever stayed in a national park before, so we're really excited. And we're gonna be here 2 nights so that we don't have to take any rushing, and we're gonna take our time and really enjoy Yellowstone because today was epic.
A beautiful morning in Yellowstone National Park. And waking up to this guy as you step out of your hotel room, that ain't so bad either.
This is at our hotel. So what's the plan, honey?
We are going to go up to Mammoth area and see if we can find a nice hike.
So we were really excited about this hike that we were searching for in the Mammoth Hot Springs area. Someone had told us yesterday that if you can get to the top of this hike, you would see the most beautiful views of the entire Yellowstone Park. The only issue is that there was some bear sightings recently, and it's a really strenuous hike. But if we can get to the end, she says it's life-changing. She said she cried when she got up there. Suddenly, nature called. It was like a 5-alarm fire. And one of the problems about being in a national park is that the bathrooms are always busy and they always seem to have a line.
Oh yeah, this is a bathroom right here.
Okay.
And there's somebody using it.
Yep, it looks like a line.
I have to go really bad. I don't know that I can wait.
Pull into one of the spots.
You know, luckily, because we have an overlanding kit, I didn't have to wait in that line.
Do a little potty break.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you have to go to the bathroom, you find a spot, and we have the kick-ass, and we have our privé, and it's so simple and easy to set up. See?
All right.
All right.
Have fun.
A few moments later.
When you're all done, super simple to put away. Nice, honey. And that thing packs up nice and neat into a little backpack.
Yep.
And it fits in the perfect spot.
Okay. Let's go.
So, that was convenient. You know, overlanding in national parks has its perks. Okay, time to move on.
Whoa, pull over.
Oh my.
I just want to take a quick peek.
We're trying to get to the hike, but we gotta stop here.
Oh, that was really cool.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at this road, honey. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Literally just hugging the cliff.
We continued on to the hike, but we just couldn't help ourselves.
So super pretty.
Look at this.
These rocks are freaking fantastic.
Dang.
Very, very pretty. See, there's so many different types of nature in this park because it's so big.
Yeah.
You know, it's such a large geographical area. And I think that's what's really cool about this park.
When you're here, you gotta stop everywhere you can.
Whoa. You don't need a drone here. You just come up to the top of this road.
And of course, if you're not distracted and stopping, you're distracted and driving. We finally made it.
So that's Mammoth Hot Springs.
Yeah, I wanna go to the visitor center.
Ooh, check out that rock.
Yeah.
All right, so we've gotten to Mammoth Village here at Yellowstone. We're gonna go find a map, and then we're gonna go find some really cool hikes.
One of the workers in the shop told us that the main trailhead in this area was to the Beaver Ponds trail, but she didn't remember there being anything about the top of a mountain on that trail. And I do remember the lady that told us about it, that it started with an S, so we would go there and kind of figure it out as we went. We prepped for our trip, and we headed out.
It's Beaver Ponds Trail. This is where we're gonna go. It's about a 4-mile hike around the Mammoth Springs area.
Supposedly lots of animal activity.
Supposedly lots of animals. We were recommended to actually bring bear spray with us. But we weren't gonna spend $55 and there's a lot of people out here, so if there's a bear encounter, we'll make sure that someone else is closer to the bear than us. Let's go check out Beaver Ponds Trail.
Well, our first order of business is to just get going, and we'll figure it out as we go.
Okay, well,
These are the Spulcher Mountain Trails. Hey, okay, check it out. There's a warning here. Bear update. July 4th, black bear near Sepulcher Junction. So we're gonna have to be careful when we go on this trail.
And we were off. Man, I can't wait for you to see this hike. The actual journey itself, but then wait for the end.
We're kind of heading into the wilderness now.
Of course, there were some issues. Number one, we didn't have bear spray because we didn't want to spend the money, but really, we were a little traumatized by it from the other night. And two, this is a pretty strenuous hike.
Oh, Jesus.
You know watching where you're going?
What's this up here?
And hopefully we're gonna hold up physically because honestly, we're both pretty out of shape. But with all that, let's see how it goes.
So pretty here.
It's really pretty up here.
No, I'm happy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There was a bear sighting on this trail July 4th, which was 6 days ago. So hopefully that bear is far away.
We're just gonna be noisy.
Yep.
So everybody knows we're coming a mile away.
And we've seen some tracks on the trail. So I'm kind of freaking out a little bit actually because we don't have any bear spray or anything. We're gonna keep going and my head's gonna be on a swivel and we need to make some noise. And we are climbing up. Whew. Okay, keep on the lookout for bears here. So one of the things that they advise you to do is to stay loud because the last thing that you want to do is surprise a bear. You never want to surprise a bear. You want to make sure that they have ample forewarning that you're coming, and so stay loud. We're starting to get attacked by mosquitoes right now. The only problem is Solveig is allergic to DEET, but this is the only stuff we have.
Hopefully it was a one-time thing the time I broke out in a full body rash. We'll see.
We'll see. Okay. The adventure continues.
You know, Joe, I thought this was supposed to be busy trails up here. But aside from that very beginning, we haven't seen a soul.
I know, it's amazing. We haven't seen a single person except for the very beginning of the trail. Oh, look at this. Big old... It's just bigger than my hand. Looks pretty fresh too. Trail gets thick now. It's getting thick here. Wow, check it out. Oh my God, I don't even know where the trail is anymore. It looks like we get into a little opening up here. Oh my God, look at the these fields of butterflies, honey. Check it out.
Wow, wow.
We got a little bounce chicka wow wow going on.
We're about a quarter way done to the top of the mountain. All uphill, and some more interesting things to see.
So this is the top, we got some power poles. And like, check it out, there's some tracks here. Like, are coming here, and they go straight into the creek and up that way. So there is a way up here. Obviously we can't bring our rig up here, but not even sure that I'd want to bring the rig up here, honestly. Hiking is overlanding on 2 feet instead of 4 wheels. Flower field. So pretty. Whew, just took a nice little climb over there, and now we're in some shaded forest. And it feels really nice to be in the forest. Oh, it's so nice. It's so cool in the shade.
I have a feeling my face is bright red.
Oh, that's okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I'm feeling hot as hell.
Oh, there's a little animal that ran across the trail up there.
Man, I want to see some animals. No bears, please.
No bears! No bears! This is a pretty magical place up here.
So fucking magical.
We haven't seen a single person the entire time up here, and it's so busy down at base camp.
We have to come back here sometime because this is just so unbelievably peaceful and amazing. This puts me in my happy place.
Whoa, this trail's getting thick.
Yep, and spiky. So for the spikiness.
Oh yeah, I see it right there. Let me step over. Okay. Woo! That was oh wow. That was some thickness right there. Little bridge here. And we're headed up.
See these that I can never keep alive back home at our house? I think they're called vassberi back home in Iceland. I think they're so pretty. I'm seeing so many plants that grow back home.
Oh, look at that. What is that?
I wonder what pond that is.
I don't know, but it's not on the map. I bet you it's like a seasonal pond because of all there's so much water. Oh, this might be a watering hole for the bears. Big old watering hole right here. Yeah, let's get out of here. You know why? Because I think maybe the bears come here to get their water. Although I could be completely wrong. Rock formations? That's interesting. Up here? You know, wow, there's like a whole pile of volcanic rock up here. Interesting.
I'm noticing so many more things that I don't when I'm in the car. And for me, this is a much more immersive experience.
I don't know how, but I got stitches.
Yeah, that was a tough part. We just came up this. It was a relentless, straight uphill section. There was an open meadow back there that we thought maybe, but nope, we still got to climb up. And this is a long, sustained one, and it's tough.
Yeah.
And I'm dying.
Yep.
That's okay though.
And I'm not far behind you.
We'll survive.
And so we marched on, hoping we would find the top of that mountain.
Looks like we got to get up there. Maybe there will be the top. And you know what? Maybe we'll be rewarded with a beautiful view.
We better be.
We'll see. I think this might be the last bit.
I think we made it to the top finally.
Wow!
Yeah. And I love how windy it is. So pretty. We made it. Woo!
Oh my God, we made it to the top. I can't believe it. It's so gorgeous. I mean, let's just spin around and it's so
And then we just gotta go down that trail.
Getting to the top was so satisfying. In the grand scheme of things, it wasn't a hard hike, but it was a really hard hike for us at the time.
Joe, we're basically on the top of a mountain in whatever this is called, tundra field.
It's freaking amazing, honey.
All alone.
All
How
alone.
cool is that?
As we made our way across the top of the mountain, we started realizing that just getting there wasn't the real reward.
Oh my God.
The real prize was that bird's eye view on the other side.
Wow. Oh my God.
This is incredible. Oh my God, I'm so happy we did this hike.
Did you hear that? She called it a hike.
Oh my God. This was why we did it. Wow.
Some of the best experiences are by foot. And after this experience, I was hooked. And Solveig finally got her hike.
How intense was that?
That was beautiful.
Wow, that was so unexpected. I was not expecting.
Definitely worth the struggle getting up.
Oh my God, everybody. We struggled to get up here and it was hard. And we didn't even know where we were going, but man, it was worth it.
Yeah.
Honey, thank you so much for pushing me to do this because it was worth it. Hey, we finally made it to the end. And there's the big giant rock right there. And this time, at the end, it's for real.
Babe,
Hey, oh my God, we found this little bridge right here.
just as we're getting to the bottom.
So let's just dip our feet in. So that's what we're doing
And
right now.
so-
There we go.
It's like heaven.
Are in, and it feels so good right now. Oh my God. This is definitely a nice little reward right here.
Yeah, it's so pretty and peaceful.
Whew, all right, well, we got our ice cream done.
Such a good end to the hike. Dipping our feet in the little stream, that made all the difference for my feet.
Maybe for dinner, since we have stuff and we can pull over and cook,
Yeah, let's do that.
maybe we can find a nice little secluded spot somewhere and pull over and make dinner.
I like that plan.
This was an amazing time. Before the bear spray incident, I was never really open to doing this kind of trip. Bear spray didn't blind me, it made me see the light, especially doing these things on foot outside the car. Earlier in our marriage, Solveig and I used to be so open-minded and spontaneous and willing to do whatever. I became so rigid over time, but because of this trip, that is going to end.
We are spending our last night in Yellowstone. I mean, look at this view right here. So we're gonna have dinner here. We're gonna cook up a couple of steaks and enjoy some last dinner in Yellowstone Park. And then tomorrow, we're headed home.
Unlike me, Solveig never lost her youthful attitude. I think my rigidity stymied it.
Look at that view over there. You know, not too many people are gonna have dinner in a place like this. Gordon Ramsay, how'd you like to cook with that backdrop?
But thanks to bear spray and it being the cherry on top of a terrible night, it broke down my rigidity, helped me regain my youthful attitude, and enjoy a fantastic time that wasn't in Montana. Bear spray changed our outdoor lives forever. So Broken Bear Spray, thank you.
I love you, honey. Hey there, thanks so much. I just am rendering this video right now, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. And if you like this, please hit the subscribe button. We have an Instagram. So if you want to connect with me directly, go to the Instagram. It's Craving.Outdoors. Again, Craving.Outdoors. Till our next adventure, take care.